Welcome to Inform. My name's Paul Knies, sitting in for Bill Potter today. And today we have with us Doug Uebelhor. Doug is a Dubois County Commissioner of District 2, and he's seeking a second term.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Doug Uebelhor. I'm currently the Commissioner in Dubois County District 2. I've lived in Dubois County my whole life, born and raised. Went to Indiana University, majored in elementary education, where concentrated in math and computer education. Came back to Jasper, worked at the high school for about 7 years in the remediation department and taught non-certified math classes, and ended up in county government 4 years ago. Decided to run and won the election.
So 4 years ago, what made you decide to run back then?
It's always interested me, county government and government in general, so it was a good time in my life to take the opportunity to run. Yeah.
Did you teach government in school?
I didn't. I taught math and English and computer classes. So my major was in elementary education, but I ended up in the high school teaching math and English. So
what are some of the things that you would like to address?
Well, I'd like to keep working to make a difference. I feel like I've been doing that so far, bringing up certain issues. For example, earlier this year, issues with recording meetings, making sure the government's more transparent locally and more accessible to everybody. I try to, answer my phone whenever I get a call from concerned citizens, and if not, return either phone calls or emails. Also working to make everything more accessible, trying to change meeting times to make it hit times where people can more likely make it in the evenings or during the day, one of each. So that's what I'm trying to work towards.
So when are the meetings now?
The meetings right now are at 9 o'clock on the first and third Monday of every month, and they usually last till around 12 o'clock. So for people working during the day, that kind of is an inconvenient time for them. So I've tried to bring up maybe changing one of the meetings to more of the evening times, 4 or 5 o'clock, so that they could come after work.
And you're recording the meetings now?
Right. We started recording the meetings after I brought up the issue of stuff not being taken in the minutes correctly, and issues that the other two commissioners have had in the past. So we started recording the meetings a couple of months ago.
What are some of the pressing issues going forward?
I think with insurance costs rising, the county's been taking a hit with having to pay for those. So recently I started a wellness committee to look into the possibility of making a plan to try to help and prevent some of the rising insurance costs. Also, it would help with, bettering the health and wellness of all the employees in the county. So I want to continue to work on that in the future. It's just started, so I want to see it blossom and grow into a program that would actually help the county.
What are some other issues that you see facing the county in the next 4 years?
Well, I see issues of being more accessible to everybody. Getting on Twitter or Facebook, being just more accessible to the general person to come in, maybe not even come into the courthouse, but be able to get information online or on the multimedia sites. I'd like to push that issue and try to drag the county into the new options of multimedia.
What about new construction or road construction or anything like that?
Well, we just hired a new engineer, so hopefully we'll be able to work with him and come up with some ideas on, maintaining and making new roads for the county. we want to focus mainly on maintaining, because the cost of, you know, building new roads has gotten so much over the years that the county hasn't gotten the funding to support new roads. So right now we're trying to focus on maintaining and making sure all the roads are up to our standards. So.
And you know, there's kind of been with the solid waste director,
Right.
you know, has been an issue this year, hopefully.
Hopefully we just hired a new one, so she starts, you know, pretty soon, and I have faith that she'll do a great job. She was working in another county as their assistant director, so I hope with her experience, and she's shown that she really wants to stay in Dubois County and work for the county in that capacity. So cross your fingers. I hope she stays for a very long time and develops that program for us.
Well, she seems to like what she's doing.
She's very enthusiastic, yeah. She does like what she's doing, and that always helps.
And
So.
she knows.
And she has the knowledge, right? She has the knowledge, and she's ready to jump in there, you know, full-fledged going.
Are there any other things that you would like to address?
I think we kind of covered them all. I wanted to bring forth the issue of the wellness program, trying to save the county money with that, and other things that I've done. I've always kept the taxpayers' dollars in mind when making every decision, whether it's from choosing a company to maintain a bridge or a road, or pretty much anything. Anytime we spend money, I always want to make sure that it's spent correctly and benefits Dubois County as much as possible.
In closing, tell us why you want people to vote for you.
Well, I'd like you to vote for me because I feel I've done a good job so far, and I want to continue to do a good job for the county. I've started some initiatives and some plans that I want to keep working on to make sure that they get done and help save the county money. And I just ask that you exercise your right to vote and go out and vote in the primary and both the general election this year, and I hope you vote for me.